Alright, so we just went through, this is basically feels like it's the second system update that we did. We turned the bike off, it had been off for a week, turned it back on, it did one update with the MyX Fitness platform, which I believe is updating to the Openfit system. We powered off, powered it back on, logged back into Openfit. We tried to switch over to BODi. Once you log off of Openfit, there's a button at the bottom that says go to BODi. Tried that, seemed like it hung up. Then we turned off the machine, turned it back on, logged into Openfit, logged out again, and then it said it's updating firmware to the Android system. So I believe that's kind of like the root operating system of the overall Android platform. So it's two things, that there's an Openfit update, and then there is an Android update. And I think that's where people are running into problems, is you probably need to make sure that you have both. So now we're back into Openfit. Hopefully it's updated both those softwares. I'm not seeing much changes to the dashboard here, so I don't know that you can tell from that. A different thing I want to talk about, but that's kind of a different topic, a different video, really has to do with how you do cardio in terms of building muscle, and it's recommending that you stay in a lower heart rate zone. So you might want to do maybe one of the scenic rides instead of one of the hardcore workouts, or just do a lesser workout there. I'm going to say cancel here. We're going to look at account and settings. So now it says build number 6.30, version 2020 4411. Serial number obviously is going to change, but I believe this is the same number that we saw before. So now I'm back here, go to profile, and I want to log out. When we log out, that's what gives us this new option, which is log into BODi. Again, this is where some people are struggling. When I do that, it seems to work here. A different app, data, history, profile, heart rate zones does not carry over. So it's giving you a warning, you may have to reconfigure your heart rate zones. I do continue, and now this is the first time this has worked. So this is exciting. This is one of the first times we've seen this work, and this is a brand new setup here. So it's asking me time zone, language options, English, French, Spanish, which are the only three companies our company is currently open to in terms of distributing products. Time zone, it's going to give you all the options there, but we're good with the New York time zone. So now you're going to log in, but when you log in now, this has to be your login that you're going to use with BeachBody on Demand. Because BeachBody on Demand Interactive is a brand new thing, the way that you get access to this is you have to be a Nutrition Plus customer within BeachBody to have this password and account. Now, I've been a coach for going on 14 years, so I have 4 different coaches accounts, and only one of them do I pay for the extra Nutrition Plus service, and I believe that's this one. So coach at jd73.us, and I don't mind you knowing that, because email me as much as you want. Password though is another thing. Okay, so that worked. Again, that's one of the nice features about this, and yes, you can get the original Peloton for what was initially $1,900. Now they've somehow realized that that's $400, $500 overcharging. So now the price has gone down to $1,499 or $500. So it just makes me question the company in general. Like, why were you overcharging by $400 or $500 from the get-go until you find a competitor that comes down in price, and then all of a sudden you can afford to lower the price of your bike? But it doesn't come with a swivel monitor. Now you can go out and buy a swivel attachment, which we did on Amazon for about $30, but it's not the same deal. Like, you know, this is an aftermarket thing, so it doesn't rotate evenly horizontally, or if it does, now you can see I'm hitting the handle. If I lift it up, turn it around, the cable feels like it's too tight. Odd noises. We get back over the handlebar, then I can move it up and down and maybe right viewing angle I like, so that I have enough room between the monitor and the indoor. So it's just, it wasn't designed to do that. And I think you can see here that this is a better operation. So now that we logged in with an existing BeachBody on-demand nutrition plus account, it's allowing you to set this up. So I'm actually confused as to why it doesn't already know this, because I have existing BeachBody on-demand account there. July 20th, the date of the first moon landing, and I'm what, 20 years old, so what would that make me? I'm gonna go with that here. How tall am I? I would like to be 5'10", let's say. It's probably 5'9", but that's being generous. So starting weight, well, this is very intimate and personal. Maybe I should hide this, but I'm probably, I don't know, close to 200. Whoa, let's see how. So supposedly the weight limits on the bike is 350-ish, which is really good because it's a very durable bike, as you can see. I'm just wondering how high this goes. It's not a quick process, but it looks like it's going well over 300. Again, the bike I think is rated for 350. So it gives you all of that and actually stops at 350, so that's interesting. Does that mean if I'm 360, the bike is going to collapse on me? I don't think so. But you're going to have to fudge this number a little bit. And I'm not sure I know my number either, but let's say I'm about 210. And my goal weight, can I leave that the same? I really don't want to lose weight. I just want to get leaner. I don't know why that's important to the software. And this is something you should be able to set up online. I think going forward in the future, maybe it'll take all your online settings into account. But let's say I want to lose 10 pounds and increase muscle. Okay, that's the only options there. Edit. We could smile and take a picture. I guess I'll do that for now, just to put something there. We go to next. We accept all of these things. I'm sure the lawyers spend a lot of time figuring out. I've got next. Oh, we probably have to scroll. Yes, we are not going to sue if somebody gets hurt on our bike. It's saying that we're on step 1 of 4. So yeah, if you've scheduled a live workout, which I have today I believe is September, October. This is September. The bike was available on the 21st. Today's the first full day after. It's the 22nd. So this is the first day that they've had live workouts. There was a workout earlier today at 1 p.m., which I missed because we were traveling. The next workout is 7 p.m. Eastern time. And that's part of the reason we're trying to get this set up. But if you're going through these 4 steps, and you might want to give yourself a half an hour to set this up. So now this is talking about the cadence sensor. Remember I said this is version 1 of the bike, so it didn't have a cadence sensor attached to it. I added the cadence sensor. There's another video on that that you can see on YouTube or wherever. So I'd watch that if you need to add the cadence sensor. This one though, on version 2 of the bike, comes with the cadence sensor already attached. So it gives you a short video here about how to use the cadence sensor. For me, not an important deal. It was very intuitive. Once you add the cadence sensor, you can literally just start pedaling the bike and the cadence takes over. It's nearly magic how easy it happens. But here it looks like you have to turn that clockwise, counterclockwise to remove a battery cover. Go ahead, and it looks like a 2032 battery, CR2032, which is typical to like your Apple remote or something. So you will still have to change the battery on this if you have the built-in cadence sensor. So not a huge advantage for version 2, except it's going to come preloaded with the software. It's going to have the cadence sensor built in. Mine is held on by wire ties, but it still works. So neat that it gives you that video. I should be able to jump ahead a little bit here. Oh. And I've noticed that after 10 to 30 seconds, you'll get a message that pops up. It's like, cadence sensor found, do you want to connect? Yes. And then cadence is just a new feature on the left side of your screen. Oh, so it's saying get off the bike to finish this tune-up. And again, this is a new software for me for this bike, so I haven't seen how that is done here. Nice that it gives you a warning when the battery goes low, either on your heart rate monitor or on your cadence sensor now. I have noticed that for the heart rate monitor. Again, because you've got the USB connection here, I'll just plug that in after the workout when I see that the battery's running low. Cadence sensor, you're obviously going to have to replace the video. But I think I have what I need there, so I'm good. Go ahead and skip this step. It's giving you some getting started videos about how to use the heart rate monitor, how to set up your bike. Again, I've done both of those already, so I don't need to do it, but if you want to see how to set up your bike, go ahead and start the video. It's cool for me that it's already playing off the Bluetooth speakers.
In this video, you will learn how to set up your bike for safety and comfort. Feel free to pause this video if you need more time for adjustments, or rewind if you need to hear something again.
It's neat for me, it's how it's already playing off the Bluetooth speakers, even though this is supposedly a brand new operating system. So there's some sort of connection carryover there because the Bluetooth connection is still working. Get your custom heart rate zones. Okay, so this is the warning that we have, is that when you switched over to BODi, it's not pulling forth your calibration rides. Again, if you're planning on going to do a live workout, you're going to need 20 minutes to do this ride. So I'd recommend maybe an hour before you're scheduling your first live workout. Get this set up, go through these 4 steps, do your calibration ride, and do it. I don't want to do that right now, so I'm just going to say not now. It's going to either go off a standard profile based upon height and weight, or it's just not going to have that. So this is pretty neat. These options weren't available in the Openfit platform. So I can say view the classes. Now theoretically today I was scheduled for the 1 o'clock ride that I missed. It is giving me an option to go back and do that ride over. Again, it won't be live this time, but I'll be able to see all the other people that were live in the background. But it still has my 7 p.m. schedule ready to go here. So it's nice. This is very similar to the Peloton platform where you go in and see which workouts are available. So I don't know that this works, but I'm jumping forward to Thursday. It looks through the different time zones, shows you which classes are available. So not showing me a lot of classes here in the future. I don't know why, because I know on Thursday there are some classes available, and it's not coming up. Again, this is kind of the alpha or beta version of this, which is why they're not currently selling the BODi platform. Again, to get this to use it, you're in the initial trial versions of the software, so you have to do it through Nutrition Plus membership only. Giving me the option here to go back and do my calibration ride. How about other workouts? So this is one of the things that we thought was really cool, is that now you can go do all your other BeachBody workouts from your bike platform. It's neat that it seems like it's pulling forth all the scenic rides that were available in the Openfit platform, but here I've got some extra features that I paid for within BeachBody that are coming up. So these are exclusive workouts that I paid extra for. Whenever a workout is brand new, to recover the operating costs and production costs of it, they charge you a premium to experience that program. But once a program has been out for 6 months or so, it becomes a standard part of the library. So I should be able to go through and do every BeachBody program that's been available here. For instance, for myself, I've been doing a lot of BODi Beast programs. I assume that would be under workout somewhere. Again, my first time using this software, so you're kind of learning with me as we go. And this is interesting. I didn't know there was this many cycling workouts already available. Again, it looks like the scenic rides have been pulled forward, but you're seeing a lot of the other BODi workouts that have already been done live and or recorded that you can go back and do. There's some meditation stuff here. I see some stuff with Jericho, Jennifer Jacobs, which is the new instructor that kind of came over from Peloton. So these are a lot of existing live workouts that have been done before. A lot of the Let's Get Up platform, which they obviously knew the bike was coming, so they've kind of made stuff for it. I'm looking for the workout program that I'm currently doing, which I would say is under strength training. It would be a Body Beast. So let's see if that's an option here. Oops. Whoa. So it's giving me a lot of different options. Say I want to do arms. That doesn't seem to be super intuitive just yet. So it looks to me like the only workouts I'm seeing on here, as of right now, are workouts that were initially done like in a live format. Muscle burns, fat, MBF was done by this particular trainer where people could tune in live. So you see a bunch of live participants in the background. That one is on here. It's looking to let me set up my heart rate monitor, my headphones, which should already be connected with the Bluetooth. It's asking me if I want to disconnect, and no I don't. I love the Bluetooth speakers that I have. But for me, I'm looking for my Body Beast workouts, because one of the real selling points of this is that you could use your existing BeachBody on-demand subscription and access all the same workouts. And it looks like most of them are available. I'm seeing 10 rounds, I see the work, but I'm not seeing. Now, if they have 10-minute trainer, theoretically they should have everything, because that's kind of an older workout. I see week of hard labor. That's kind of one that was done as a supplement. Well, there's my Body Beast. So I'm on week 4 of Body Beast now. I've been doing all the bulk workouts, but this is nice. It's showing me all the Body Beast workouts that have ever been done. Some of the ones that were filmed after Beast Up, BeachBody Deluxe, but this is the same setup that I see on my phone or my laptop or on Apple TV when I log in. In fact, today would be bulk arms, so that's the workout I want to do. And this really is a nice feature. In our gym, I've got all the room. It's asking me for a heart rate monitor, and that's neat because you can use the heart rate monitor on Apple TV, but it's really difficult to get your heart rate monitor to connect with your Apple TV. And we have a large gym here, so we have plenty of room to go put up a flat screen TV. In fact, we've got a curved TV up here in the room. But for other people that might have a smaller workout room, this is a really neat new option. If I turn this around, I can come back here and do all my bike workouts. If I want to do Body Beast, turn this back around, I have full access to my weights. So now I could have theoretically a smaller gym footprint and still do both features. There's been some complaints already online that, like, I love the idea of the workout bike, but I don't want to spend $1,200–$1,300 to get a tablet that I can't use to play games on or watch videos. And as of right now, no, this tablet's locked out. I can't go download the newest Netflix or the newest video game that you might be into. But if you look at this quality of an exercise bike, these typically go for $600 to $800 for the bike alone. So if you figure out, what am I spending, an extra $300 or $400, $500 to get this 21-inch monitor that moves around, I think for the added price of $300–$400, it's really nice to have this feature and the mobility of it. as opposed to having to go out and spend $400 or $500 on the TV for the room, especially if you have a smaller footprint. Now, one thing I do want to mention is when you watch the workouts, the instructors don't have a monitor on their bike. So it's really just these two Allen bolts up here that would take off this extra bracket that connects the monitor to it. So if for some reason you want to use the bike without the monitor, it's just two Allen bolts that'll take off this pipe. You're obviously still going to have this power cable kind of hanging out there, but you're going to have the exact same version as the instructors use. And if you do have a larger room where you have a TV, maybe surround sound set up, you could do your BeachBody on-demand workouts on your Apple TV, and then have your bike back here, not have to have the monitor right next to you. But I think you're going to want that because the idea going forward, talking to the CEO of the company, Carl Deichler, is he wants to have interactive features because you have a touchscreen in front of you. So perhaps games or connections that you can do to other participants out there. But for me, again, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing cardio in the mornings on the bike because I love to get up, get my heart rate moving, go do a quick workout, gives me more energy all day long, and then the evenings I come and do BODi Beast. So I can have one membership now through BeachBody, do both the workouts on the same platform, literally by turning this monitor around. So for me, this is going to be more convenient in terms of space, but also more convenient in hardware because I didn't have to go buy another $1,000 TV, another $500 Apple TV or Roku or whatever you use. For me, having everything in one place is going to work out really nice and going to give me the option to put that monitor over there. So I really like the fact that it does that. It seems like what we've seen so far here. I'm not sure.
Chris, but now it's time to man up. Let's start our warm up.
One of the initial complaints I kind of had with this,
my man John, this is my man Nick.
using a streaming version of the workout, is that if you fall ahead or behind, you didn't have the option to jump forward. But I've really found in the past that these 30-second intervals are enough. So if I miss a move, I can either pause or just go back 30 seconds, and it goes back to where I left off. One of the things I've noticed with the MyX Fitness bike is that it gives you kind of this split screen view, and it's really nice when you're doing the bike workouts because it leaves the video here, and then the external part of the screen is used for your sound or your cadence or everything else. But if you're doing a BeachBody workout like this, I don't need the extra room for the sound and cadence. So I believe when I do this scaling feature, I saw it there for a second, where'd it go? It may not be working yet. Yeah, I don't see it working. Oh, there it goes. Now I can make full use of the screen. So if you're doing a live workout like this, you don't need the extra outline to keep track of your heart rate and your cadence and your progress. It will be nice for me to do my BODi Beast workouts and monitor my heart rate. Hopefully that works. I don't have a heart rate sensor on me right now, but it'll be nice to know that if I'm working out really hard, I see my heart rate jump up to 150, 160, maybe higher than I actually want to do this resistance workout at. So then I know to pause down, I can watch my heart rate slow down and continue on with the workout. So I really like the feature that's on there. And again, this is more for me and my usage as opposed to everybody. Well, it's nice. Okay, so here it's going to keep track of your workout zones and tell you which zone you're at. Now you're going to need to do your calibration ride, or it's going to go off a standard table to get these numbers in. But it'll be nice at the end of my workout to say, well, was I in zone 3 or zone 1 or zone 2? Now I imagine with something like BODi Beast, I'm going to stay zone 1, zone 2 the whole time. But if you're doing something like Insanity Max 30, which is my wife's favorite program, she's going to see how much time she spent in each one of her target heart rate zones. And I think that's a really nice feature. Whenever my wife does the workouts, she doesn't like having to use Apple TV or the DVDs and go to the monitor. So I think this is going to be more convenient for her to just jump back to the home screen, find the workout that she's looking for under workouts, use the search feature if necessary, she's doing mostly, I guess you'd call that a cardio workout. These seem to be the BeachBody on demand workouts, but she's done T20 before workouts and currently doing the searching function here is a little awkward to me. I guess you want to go back to programs for that. Most popular programs are here. New programs are there. I'm looking for Insanity Max 30. I know that is a Sean T workout. There you go. And she's doing Insanity Max 30. So it's going to be real easy for her, being used to the template format, to come here and do her workouts as well. So I think this will work really well for our family. Now, what I was alluding to is that I've been doing cardio bike rides in the morning and then resistance workouts at night. One of the things that I want to comment on is when I trained in Gold's Fitness, Venice, California, with some people that compete for Mr. Olympia and also the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. When you do cardio and you're trying to build muscle, you really don't want to get your heart rate up past the fat burning zone, which for me I know is right around 120 beats per minute. Now when I do some of these other bike workouts with some of these really fit people, they push it up to 150, 160 beats per minute, and you move out of fat burning zone into an aerobic zone, which is great for building up your cardiovascular strength and that sort of endurance. But in fat burning zone, I want to keep my heart rate lower. So I could choose to do any of these bike workouts that I want. I know Jennifer Jacobs, she's known to be a Peloton trainer. She's going to have really hard workouts where I'm going to push into the 150s, 160s, maybe 170s. But if I want to get 20 minutes on the bike, I can do one of these scenic rides. It's going to have my heart rate on it, and just make sure that my heart rate stays in that zone that I'm looking for fat burning, the best fat burning, so that I'm not losing muscle while I'm trying to bulk up. So again, this is the first 20 minutes that I've used this new platform. Again, I do have experience with the Openfit and the MyX Fitness platform before, but what I'm seeing so far, I'm really enjoying. I like the fact it's got calories, it's got cadence. I can't see cadence because I'm not moving. Heart rate, I don't have my heart rate sensor connected. Speed, now I don't know that it's gonna have this. Typically that's a second sensor, and on this old version of the bike, I could add another sensor that tells me speed in miles per hour or kilometers per hour, whatever you want to choose. Distance is going to be a factor of either cadence or speed, so that's interesting. Here I should be able to see what's going on. Music. With the other spin rides, if the program is long, it lets you go back and forth between different songs. So if I don't like this song, I can go up. Here it's saying my heart rate monitor is not working. Here it's saying pedal to wake up your speed sensor. Okay, I get it. And we should still be able to change that screen. So now, again, with a bike ride, it makes sense to have the smaller version so that I can see all these numbers on the outside. But as I was doing the workouts earlier, I might want to see that full screen. And I like the fact that that changes. I didn't see that option with Peloton, and it may be there. I'm just not familiar with that. But what I'm seeing, again, my first 10 minutes of using this platform is this is going to work out really well for my intentions of using the BeachBody on demand platform and the bike for warming up, staying in that fat burning zone. And I know it's going to work well for our families, because we have different workouts that we do. It looks like by going to this program button, I can find all of these old programs available, and I won't need to use DVDs anymore. I won't need to use an extra hardware like Apple TV or Roku to get into this. I had a little bit of trouble earlier finding the workout that I wanted because I was looking for Body Beast and it wasn't obvious. But let's say I wanted to work for a different workout. I think the best way to do this, and this is what I found with BeachBody On Demand in general, is search for the trainer that you want. So if I look for Tony Horton, I have all the P90X one-on-one series where he did 4 different years of a different workout every month. So if you're doing P90X, this is a great series to go to because there's different muscle group workouts for 12 different workouts a year for 3 years in a row. So if you want to work on a particular muscle group, this is a great way to add variety to your workouts, and it's really neat. I just had a customer that came to me and he wanted to buy these DVDs because he doesn't like using the online format. And I'm like, I guess I could sell you my old ones. I kind of value them, but really you should get switched over to this online format because everything's there. So if I want to go back and do an old workout like P90X, I'll search for the trainer that I want, Tony Horton. That didn't work that time. I should be under programs. Let's go, we'll come back. We'll go back to programs. Now I look for Tony Horton again. Down here at the bottom, and it works. I'm interested to see if it has some of, oh, and this is really neat for me, is Power 90 is one of my old favorite workouts. It was filmed back early 2000, I want to say, and this one is not available on the Apple TV platform. So when I want to do this workout, typically I either have to find the old DVDs or I have to use a laptop to connect to the system. Since this is actually, now BeachBody's standard device, it's got some of these old workouts that I refer to people all the time, but it's been hard to find. So it's good to see that this version of BeachBody On Demand incorporates all the old workouts. For example, another one that I would refer people to sometimes is Slim in 6. There's been different versions of that, but the one that I like in particular is from Debbie Sievers, so I'll search for her workouts. Okay, it seems like it's not good at updating that when I change this, so jump out to a different section, go back to programs. Now I'm going to look for Debbie Sievers. C, D, and yeah, this looks like it's giving me the old version of Slim in 6, because again, that workout was redone at some point. These are the old ones. It's got Slim in Series, which is a newer version, and I know there's a later newer version other than that too. So it's neat for me to see the oldest workouts available from BeachBody integrated into this new platform. You've got all this nutrition information. I think that's going to be really nice and useful. But a lot of really good stuff I'm seeing here that I've had questions about. Again, I've been a coach for 14 years, so if I'm curious about this stuff, I know everybody else is too. A new thing that BeachBody's taken on is some of this meditation stuff. There's some programs here for pregnancy, both before, during, and after. So some really interesting, exciting things here. So one of the neat things they're saying about the bike, and I didn't think that this would be the case, is that supposedly now, fine print, okay, that's legal stuff, frequently asked questions, settings. It has my internet here. You can set up Bluetooth. There's a QR code. I'm not really sure what that is. My account, my bike, tells you how to set it up again. But in theory, I'm supposed to be able to log out of BeachBody On Demand Interactive, yes. I should get the same sort of warning down here at the bottom. I can go back to Openfit. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes. Now I log into my existing Openfit account. Again, this would be a separate subscription. And it doesn't remember this, so it looks like I'm going to have to type this in. That is this one, I believe. No, it's actually that one. Oops. Private here. I don't want you guys screwing up all my workouts for me. work there. No? I'd recommend keeping these passwords the same from one site to another so that you don't forget